Hi students, welcome to uh, lecture number 2, that is finite element methods. In this lecture I will explain you briefly what is the main concept of finite element method, and also what is the design criteria, what are the main objectives of the a designer. Okay. Okay, please if please subscribe to this particular youtube channel to get more updates on FEM. So I am posting very few minutes videos so that you can get the topics in a easy way without boring. Okay, anyway, let us begin. Introduction to FEM. Okay, perhaps everybody knows, if you apply any forces or any movement or any temperature to particular body, the body will be deformed. After deformation, internal stresses will be developed, and strain energy will be developed, and the cracks will be developed, and everything due to temperature, the shrinkage and everything will be developed. That is nothing but output. Outputs are, let me explain. Let Outputs are nothing but displacement, stress, strain, and all these are outputs. Okay, let us say a building is there. Let us say, suppose a 5-story building is there. If you apply some loads, of course we will not apply the loads in a real structure. The loads are nothing but wind loads. Okay, the wind loads, and also the earthquake loads or any other loads. Generally earthquake loads. Then what will happen to this building? The building will automatically deform. That is, the building will automatically deform like this. You can see here, the building will deform like this. Or let us say this is the building. The building will deform like this. Then the deformation will be in terms of displacements, that is u1 and u2. Okay, u1 and u2. So these are nothing but outputs. If you know the displacements, automatically we can find the stresses developed in the particular beam or any column or something like that. So here what we have to understand is, any civil engineering design, first we have to calculate the what are the outputs. Inputs are automatically loads. Loads is nothing but forces. Okay, due to these loads, movements will be developed. Whenever these movements will act on the particular structure, then we'll get the outputs. Outputs are nothing but displacement, stress, strain. As a designer, we have to find the displacement, stress, strain, all these things, and we have to design the member for that particular parameters. Okay. Then then coming to the objectives of the designer, whatever I have discussed. Okay, to calculate the displacement at certain points. Okay, in traditional methods we can find only the displacement as a whole, but in finite element method we can find the displacement at every portion. At every portion, let us say every portion is not, let us say this is the uh, uh, let us say this is the a slab. Let us say this is slab. In traditional method, in traditional methods, we calculate only a particular portion, only at edges. We can find the torsional stresses or any other stresses at the only edges, only at the edges, but we cannot find at any point in the slab. Therefore, this FEM is used to find the displacement at any point in the structure. Any point in the structure. Okay, we will understand. I will explain all these things in upcoming sessions. But today, the objectives of engineer is displacements of the certain points, and what is the stress distribution. How the stress is varying with respect to the load. That we definitely we have to find as a designer, and the strains, and where the strains is minimum, where the strains is maximum. According to that, we have to design. Then we have to find the natural frequencies. How the let us say this natural frequencies is in terms of aeronautical engineering and earthquake engineering. Let us say if any if earthquake hits the building will automatically vibrate. That vibrations will be calculated in terms of natural frequencies. Okay, natural frequencies, we have to find the natural frequencies. Then critical buckling loads, this is in terms of columns. Let us say this is a column. Just you apply some load, that is a point load, axially point load. Then how much how much the column will take the load without buckling or without damaging the column, then we have to find that loads. Okay, then coming to vibration response, this vibrations response is also comes under earthquake engineering. Then then we have to find the pressure, velocity and temperature distribution. This pressure and velocity and all this will comes in fluid mechanics. Okay, by using these finite element methods we can solve fluid mechanic problems also. That is not our subject, that is out of our syllabus. Okay, and then temperature distribution, obviously we can find the temperature distribution by using this FEM. And crack growth and residual strength and fatigue life. Crack growth means how the crack is growing in the members. Then residual strength. Okay, then what is the fatigue life? If you loading and unloading, and how much the member is able to withstand, that is nothing but fatigue life. Okay, all these things is the objectives of the engineer. Okay, especially in our FEM subject we will study only, we have to find the displacement at certain points of the beam, bar elements and truss elements. And after finding the displacement we have to find the strains. After finding the strains we have to find the stresses. This is our syllabus. Okay, this is all about objectives of the design engineer and introduction to FEM. Okay, in the next class I will explain you methods of engineering analysis and what are the methods, and under FEM which method is there. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you.